Yeah. So, how's your day? How are you feeling today?
Today I'm feeling over the moon because I'm interacting to that personality who has very famous along with who has inspired a lot of people.
Thank you. Thank you. Just by said this, you made my day. It really means a lot to me that after watching my video, you get inspiration, you get motivated. And this is the thing which always makes me to work on my journey. Your kind words, your inspiring words for me.
Exactly, ma'am. Because way to speaking and way to telling the things to the people, it's a marvelous thing which you do.
Thank you. Thank you. By the way, now just tell me, I think we are meeting for the very first time. So before diving deep into this conversation, I want to know something more about you.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. I'll tell you about myself. So this is Nishi. I'm connecting from Jali. I completed my graduation. After that, I am working as a customer representative in that company. And
Okay.
if I talk about my hobbies, so I love reading books and listening songs. And along with, I have started my YouTube journey as well, just to make them understand about the basic structures of grammar, which I do.
Okay. Wonderful. What a wonderful introduction. So shall I introduce myself as well?
Yeah, you can. I know lots of things about you, but I want to know from your end.
Yeah, okay. Let me introduce myself. So, as you know, my name is Yashoda, and currently I'm connecting to you from Uttar Pradesh. Talking about my education, so I have done my schooling from Punjab board, and nowadays I'm a YouTuber, part-time YouTuber, full-time homemaker, and especially nowadays I'm trying to learn something about spirituality. So, this is my passion because on which I'm working. So, because of this language, I got to know so many things, and I also got to know about the importance of spirituality in your life. It doesn't mean that spirituality, then you have to chant God's name. No, spirituality is kind of a different thing. So, in my leisure time, I always give preference to watch only these kind of some spiritual leaders
Video.
or content. That's it.
Okay, so you are totally spiritual person, right, ma'am?
Because earlier I was not that kind of person. And earlier my perspective was totally different. But just because of I have learned this language, and having learned this language has given me so many opportunities to listen to great personalities, motivational speakers. And from them, I got to know this fact that in our life, spirituality matters a lot. There are so many spiritual leaders having got success in their life. They are on the path of that spirituality and searching about what you are. Spirituality
Exactly.
that you have to find God. No, but you have to find yourself. Who?
Yourself. Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm also trying
Yeah,
to find out, figure it out. What am I?
I can say we are in the same boat. The reason I'm also believe on spirituality. That thing when we think positive before starting our day, so our days goes very well, and it would be the productive.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Spirituality doesn't mean that you have to do so many things. If you are a kind of a positive person, you always try to maintain that situation, that your own situation, that it doesn't matter what's going around yourself, but you are at the same position. Your minds, your thoughts are not getting affected by others. If someone's saying good to you, still you have the same feeling for that person. If someone is going to abuse you, okay, still it's not going to affect you. It means you are a kind of a spiritual person because now you are not getting affected
Exactly.
by this. And earlier, I was also that kind of person just because of having negative comments on my channel. So I used to get affected. But nowadays, it doesn't affect me whether I get more views on my channel or not, whether I get negative comments or not. But I always calm, serene, and It's nothing like that कि मेरे मन में कुछ उथल पुथल है. It's totally another
You
what, yeah.
you know what? I have watched your so many videos on YouTube, and I believe you are that person who tried to speak in that atmosphere where English was not spoken. So that was a thing which you have done. But some people they try to put you down, like they will say you are making the mistakes, your pronunciation are not good. Even they do not try to support you in your journey, and they haven't tried by themselves, but they can try to just pull you leg by saying their negative reviews. But I believe when I watched your videos, I thought one thing: my God, there are many people they make a lame excuses. I'll do that thing. I do not get time. I did not go to school, so that was the reason. But in your case, you complete your dream, and you have fulfillment that things, which was a tremendous things which I can see inside you.
Absolutely. I through this journey was not so easy and not so difficult at the same time. This journey was totally dependent on my own thought, my own dreams. If I set a goal for me, so I had to work and I worked on it. And still the goal is too far, I have to just keep working on it. Because this
Exactly.
have only a single life, and we shouldn't let others to dominate us, because being a human nowadays, so many, especially in this generation, each and everyone just want to dominate us. Each and everyone just want to show us what are our faults, but they are not pointing out their mistakes. Like when we try to accuse someone that you are the one, that one finger is from the other side, but rest of the fingers are
So
from her.
three fingers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good example which you have given right now.
Get बंद कर दे. Yeah. So before pointing out others' mistake, first of all, you have to try to figure it out. What about yours? Don't criticize others. Don't always try to make fun of others. Because if you are going to make fun of others, then also have that much strength so that people can make fun of yours as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And ma'am, how do you feel after being a mother? What kind of things has been changed in your life?
By the way, if I talk about the reality, so in reality, I haven't delivered any baby yet. But the fact is that my sister-in-law, means my Devrani, just 4 months ago, she became a mother. So in this way, I have also become a mother. And yeah, my life
Okay,
has changed.
I it's my bad because after watching your story on YouTube, I assumed you are a mother. You have become a mother, so I wanted to know about the challenges. But let's see.
Yeah, it's okay, because what is there in your life, you have to be happy. If nothing is,
Exactly.
and this is called the true meaning of life. And one day I
Exactly.
was watching a video of Swami Mukundanandji, and he was saying the purpose of life is only what you have, what you already have. It's whether it's a materialistic thing, your relations, your husband, wife, जो भी है आपके पास में, you have to be content in that. Don't uh, every time yearn for others. उसके पास कार है, why don't I have? उसके पास
Because
ये है, मेरे पास नहीं है.
we try to find the happiness which we do not have, but whatsoever we have, we are not trying to find the happiness inside ourselves. So that's what thing people they are always worrying about, why I don't have the this thing, that thing, so which make them a lot worrying, and that would be the reason they are not feel serene in their life.
But I think to have this feeling, to have this sense of satisfaction, it's not so easy. Especially
Yeah.
being a woman. Woman is a kind of a person who always, when she watches someone, okay, that uske paas ye hai, but I don't have, then we have this kind of thing that we always want to copy others. I just want to be
And
like that person. So this sense of
women is
satisfaction,
recognized. Yeah. You know
Yeah.
what, ma'am? Women is recognized for jealous and demanded and for getting the things a lot and they want to show up. So these are the qualities which are in the movement. But nowadays, whosoever has become a spiritual person, they can try to just beyond those things from themselves and they try to be happy whatsoever they have.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. Okay, so I want to know something about you, because you are here for the very first time on my channel. So
Yeah,
first of all,
yeah.
I'd like to know about how come you start your YouTube channel.
Okay. So, ma'am, what happened? As I have already mentioned you, I work in a night shift to day shift. So, at that time, I do not get a practice time. And if I do not practice a grammar, so maybe I'll forget and it skip my mind. So one day, I was just sitting on that my couch and I started thinking, let's make a YouTube channel and to just aware about the basic grammar in a short. So I discussed with my some of my friends, Nishu, JD, they were, and they, yeah, that's a great idea. You have to. I didn't aware about the editing and all those things, but somehow I started recording myself and I uploaded over there, and it has been more than 13 to 14 days, which I'm doing continue. At least one day, one video I can upload in single day. So that's the thing I do.
Yeah, you are doing really very great thing. At least you are having that much confidence to post your videos on YouTube channel. I think most of the beginners, especially beginners or speakers who already speak this language, they are really very good at English language. But whenever it comes to facing camera or facing strangers, then they just shiver,
Yeah.
tremble.
Yeah, I can tell you my first experience when I started recording that my own video. So at that time, my body was getting cold feet, and I was thinking, will I be able to? But after one and two video, I think now it's a beginning of my journey. So I have to do for myself after watching your many videos and got a inspiration from that video, ma'am.
Yeah, definitely. I think whatever you did, you have really done a commendable job. There is no doubt. Actually, the thing is that we start learning this language. Okay, first, after getting this fact, after getting this reality that English is really very mandatory for us to learn, then we start. We learn everything, but the fact is that when we have to go for an interview, then we don't have enough confidence to talk about, to share our knowledge that we
Yeah.
already. And then what is the use? What is the use having great command over this language if you can't express yourself confidently?
Exactly.
So it's better to work on your confidence from the very first day of your learning.
Yeah, I have seen those many people, they are good at communication skill. In terms of speaking, they are struggling somewhere. They are not able to deliver themselves because they haven't tried to speak in English and they haven't tried to face that people by face to face. While telephonic, they speak. They can crack that interview. But when they come to face and ask the question, they feel I'm making the mistake. So beyond thinking about that thing, they haven't tried. So that's a basic thing, so they are not getting the confident.
Yeah, it
So for
doesn't.
that I
Especially, you have already given, I think, so many interviews. So, what do you think? In interviews, what matters? Fluency matters, or your confidence on your face? It
ma'am,
matters.
I don't know why people say I need focus on my fluency means you are fluent, I can simply say, because we are interacting you are able to convey your thought. So I believe that would be fluency. But when you face the interview, so interviewer know about you and you have to give the reply to them. You are not try to be a calm and you can be like, yeah, my name, yeah, Nishi, like that. So you have to be in that line, yeah, my name is Nishi, I'm doing this thing, that thing. So your confidence should be there. If you don't know the answer, so you can give the positive reply to them, so that person know, yeah, you are trying to give the response, but you not aware about that thing. So confidence matters a lot in terms of fluency.
Yeah, I think fluency, I think nowadays there is a myth when it comes to fluency. There's a
Yeah,
misconception among all the learners that we have to be fluent. Fluency doesn't mean that you have to speak like the pace of train,
simultaneously. Yeah,
bullet.
exactly.
It it's according to person. You know, some people
I
they have natural flow of speaking fast, but I'm a kind of person who doesn't speak too fast, so I'm okay with that. So the thing is that if I'm enough able to express my thoughts explicitly before anyone, I don't feel like embarrassed, or I don't feel like I'm making mistakes. I'm okay with that because I'm trying to speak only natural English. Like I speak my own
exactly.
mother.
You
These
know
are the
what,
things.
ma'am? Yeah, I have realized one thing here. I have watched many videos on YouTube, and they are worrying about the fluency. Guys, I can tell one thing: you do not have to speak in a fluent so that person can't be understand you. And while using advanced structure, you are trying to be a sound native does not make sense. Try to use a simple way, but there should be the correction, not to making the lot of mistake. And speak like a native, very calm when we talk in our native language. So we feel calm while speaking, and it sounds natural. So that should be a part of while speaking. But they have the different perspective.
Yeah, you are right. I think whenever it comes to speaking this language, then just having this thought in our mind that I'm going to speak a different language, which is not my mother tongue,
Yeah,
this always makes us feel overwhelmed. And because of this, we always fumble. We
and
always
they
stammer.
make yeah, and they make a lot of mistake because we think, oh my god, I'm talking to you, show the ma'am, so I have to show my advanced structures, and I
No,
want to
no,
be
no.
in a hurry, so it means it make me making the mistakes a lot. So we have to be talk like a calmly so that person can understand you, and you know that how to deliver the concept and how to deliver the communication things, which
I
I
think
believe.
we are the Indians who give so much importance to fluency or advanced English. Otherwise,
Yeah.
if talk about native speakers, say they do use only very simple English. They don't use
Yeah,
advanced.
yeah, they have their own slangs, as we can say in our day-to-day life, idioms, phrases that would be their habituals while speaking. But apart from that, they use very simple structures of the grammar because we have watched many videos, right, ma'am?
Yeah. So
But being a Indian, they have different. Yeah, ma'am.
what about you? How long have you been trying to learn this language?
It has been more than 1.5 years, and I have been learning this language. I stopped it when I started working. So in my initial time of working, I was not getting the time to just enhance my skill. But after that, I back to guild again started this language while recording myself or uploading on YouTube.
And what is your why? What is your reason for learning this language?
For improving myself, and second thing would be that what if I'll get married and I'll get a child in my life, so I want to educate that person. There is no need to struggle which I faced a lot in my initial time, and along with I want to interact with the many people so they do not try to judge me while showing their communication skill. So that's the main thing, because being a modern, you have to be know about the what's going on across the world. So that is a reason I'm trying. If I go across the country and across the India, so how we will interact with the people. So that's the basic fundamental which I do.
I think nowadays English learning English language is a skill. It's just a
Yeah,
skill. Like someone learns dances, like someone learns singing. It's kind of a skill that we need to
yeah.
learn. That's it. And doesn't take so much time. So each and every day we have to just dedicate only 1 hour. But
Exactly. We do not put ourselves in entire day to learn this language.
so do you speak this language, especially in your office or not with your
Yeah.
colleagues?
Ma'am, English is spoken in my office. That's a MNC. So everybody try to interact in English, and even though when the works goes. So at that time, I try to talk, but I want to a casual conversation. I want to use the more and more things. So for that, I am learning this language right now.
Yeah, by the way, I think at least in this way you are having that environment. By the way, in so
Exactly.
many cases, in so many learners' cases, what happens, we don't have our environment. So because of this, because of lacking of that environment, we always suffer a lot. But I think in this case, you are really very fortunate enough.
Yeah, I can say that thing here. But when I started my journey, that time nobody was there. I faced my camera. I faced the problems while struggling to learn this language. But after learned, I faced the interview, and luckily I was cracked that interview. So now there are many people they speak in English. So it depends on me in which language I want to have a conversation with them. But ma'am, I like one thing inside you, and that is a thing. You have a good speaker and you are running your YouTube channel, but in terms of changing your personality, you are that lady who started that journey at that moment. So your appearance hasn't been changed, which tell us you have to just show your skill, not to changing the personality for others, which is mind-blowing. I want to salute you, ma'am. You have done great things.
Thank you, thank you. Actually, I'm a kind of person who loves getting success, who loves achieving so many things, accomplishing my dreams. But at the same time, I just want to be down to earth person. I don't want to change my personality because being Dihati, it was my identity, and still this is my identity. I don't want to lose my this identity. I just want to be Dihati madam, and I don't feel shy or I don't feel shame while saying this, that I belong to a Dihat, I'm a Dihati person, because
You know
all
what, ma'am?
our
You,
roots are totally connected to only Dihat village. So we should never feel bad about villages. And yeah, there's no doubt villages are now they are getting developed, and yeah, so villages mentality it's also been changing, there's no doubt, but still there are so many things that we our government should take actions.
exactly. But you are doing a great work, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you. And I think behind this there was some misfortune who pushed me to do something for myself, for my husband as well. And that's why I always say this: problems are not to just stop you, problems always come in your life just to push you to start doing something new, to start a new journey, to start a new venture in your life.
Exactly. Exactly. Because there are some people, they always worrying about the problem due to this problem. I haven't done this thing, that thing. But up beyond just facing that problem, you will see many paths are waiting for you for your bright future. So we have to just take our action and then work on that thing.
I think worrying about future it's totally useless. You don't know about
Exactly.
what is going to happen within even 1 second, after 1 second. So don't worry about your past, what has already happened in your past, and forget worrying about your future. Just try to live this time. Try to enjoy this moment, only your present.
Exactly, ma'am. That I can say your thoughts definitely telling me you have made up your mind in that way spiritual. So if whatever situation will come in your life, whosoever obstacle you will face, you will be a remain silent and calm while taking any kind of further action. So that is the power of spirituality.
Yeah, there is no doubt. I think in spirituality, there's immense power, and even I can't hold that power inside me. Spirituality, if you are a kind of person who is totally spiritual, then just having a look on a spiritual person face, you can see so much glow on that person's face.
Yeah,
See things. And this thing I too want to learn, because if you are eating nonsense things, like you can eat whatever you feel like. So learning about spirituality, it's also about controlling your mind. to have a to
Exactly.
be not to be slave of our mind, but just to make mind our slave. We don't have to do whatever mind always speak. No, we have to order it that I want to do and just focus on that. Like when we start doing meditation, then what happens? There's no doubt we want to do meditation, but what our mind does, it just keeps thinking इसके बारे में उसके बारे में यहाँ क्या हो रहा है वहाँ क्या हो रहा है.
ये भी करना है वो भी करना है yeah.
It's just like
Exactly.
we always keep jumping from this thought to that thought. So it means we have to work on that. And how can we do it? Repeating just by repeating this meditation. We have to repeat each and every day. We have to do. एक बार नहीं होगा, दो बार नहीं होगा, तीन बार नहीं होगा, at least 100 100वें दिन पे that will definitely happen, that you can control your mind at least for 5 minutes.
And there was one more example. If you want to, yeah, command of the horse, so you have to just gear up that thing again and again and again. Even so that thing happen, you have to focus 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes.
And you know, sister, this is the biggest mistake that a learner does. Okay, whenever it comes to watching any video, then he just have his phone and he just start watching. And even he doesn't know how fast the time flies. And 2 hours just finish. Because he keeps moving from this video to that video, this video to that video. So instead of this, try to stick to only one video and try to watch or listen that video at least 5 times so that you can get to know each and everything from that video.
They
So
do not get a constant, yeah, we can say constant